Good evening, investors. My name is Kevin Vincent. I'm part of the MarketsMojo product team, and today I will be taking you through all of our premium features that we have on the platform. And as the name of the webinar suggests, master the market. We hopefully at the end of the webinar, I hope that you can also start your journey towards mastering the market, right? So, just before we get started, I would like to share the disclaimer. We emphasize that all investors should use the information on the webinar merely as a resource to enhance their own research and understanding. Nothing discussed in this webinar should be considered investment advice. We strongly advise all participants to check with certified experts before taking any investment decision. Investment in securities is subject to market risks. Past performance should not be construed as a guarantee for future returns. Investments in equity and equity related securities involve a high degree of risk, and users should not invest unless they can afford to take the risk on their investments. Okay, so before we get started, I'd like to quickly announce that we basically have a promo that is ongoing for all the premium users on our platform. Basically, you get 2 years free. If you buy the package, you get 2 years on the Mojo 1 package and the stock of the week. So basically you can just access that, and you can get 2 additional years on both those services, right? The link is in the description. Take advantage while you still can. And as I will go through I'll go through the premium features. You will you basically all of the features that I will be highlighting are all a paid service. So in case you want to take access to all those services, there is a special offer that is ongoing. You can lock in a price of 19,999 and lock in that price for a total of 4 years, effectively bringing the price down to 5,000 rupees per year. Okay. So we'll do something that a lot of investors don't do, which is researching a company, right? So let's start by going to the search bar, and in this case, let's just go for Ashoka build call, right? Okay, so now once the page loads, basically to give you a brief summary of how we conduct our research. So basically we evaluate companies based on these 4 factors: 1, 2, 3, 4. The first one being quality, second one being valuation, third one being financial trend, and the fourth one being technicals, right? So I will take one dot at a time, right? The quality. Now quality basically represents the long-term fundamental strength of the company, which itself is based on 3 other factors. First one being management risk, second one being growth, and third one being capital structure. But when I say capital structure, we're looking at how much debt is in the system and what are the debt serviceability ratios looking like. Growth, we are looking at what are the 5-year long-term growth numbers for sales and EBIT. And management risk, we are looking at not the who's behind the company, rather the output of the company, right? Like what is the output of the management? The second factor we use to evaluate is the valuation factor, where we have price bands for different price range for different price ranges. Now for Ashoka Buildcon, any price under 731 is a very attractive price, and hence it has the very attractive price. Currently the price is at 239. To give you some context behind the valuation dot, it is a completely relative basis. We're not going with the absolute relative valuation models here, purely because there's a lot of estimation risk that comes along with it. So if my estimated growth rate or my estimated discount rates tend to change, the intrinsic value or the fair value of the company will drastically change, which is why we go with relative valuation. So over here we are basically comparing the valuation against the benchmark. And if the company's benchmark, if the PE ratios or your earning multiples are above the benchmark, it essentially indicates that the price could be overpriced and should be sold. And similarly, if it is under the benchmark, it is underpriced and should be bought. But we are not keeping it that simple as that. We are also making sure that if it deserves a level of premium, and hence why it is above the benchmark. If it's a company, it's a good company, it's very likely that the company might deserve a level of premium, and hence it might be above the benchmark, and similarly under the benchmark if it is not a good company, right? So that is valuation. The third one is financial trend. Financial trend, basically we are looking at the latest quarterly performance of the company and evaluating it against its previous 4 quarterly performances, right? And as you can see, the CFT has a score of 24, which basically effectively comes down to a net score of 26 minus 2. 26 points working for the company and 2 points that are not working for the company. Right? And if you want to see, so we have this very interesting thing. As soon as the company publishes its results, we do a complete analysis about the company's result and immediately highlight what are the points that are working and not working with the company. As you can see right here, the operating profits to interest is has been the highest at 1.94 and has been grown over the previous 4 quarters. Similarly, the profit after tax, it is currently at 150 crores and has grown by 112% on a YOY basis. So you can see all these points that are working with the company. And the fourth dot is the technicals, right? So at technicals, we are, just to give out a quick disclaimer, it is not intraday calls. Rather, we are looking at the price on the based on the 7 factors, and we are looking at it from a weekly and a monthly standpoint. Right. So, and to reiterate that this is not really intraday calls and rather establishing what the long-term price trend is looking like. You can see right here, the price, there is only, the green triangle represents a turned bullish signal, and it popped up right here. I'm sorry, at 12th May 2023, when the price was close in the range of 90 rupees max, 85 rupees. And since then, the price has obviously shot up to 240 rupees over, obviously more than a year's time. So thus indicating that, it is obviously not a short-term play. Anyways, so basically these are the top 4 dots that we use to evaluate a company. Obviously, users will have the option of looking at the price section where they're seeing what is happening in the market, what is happening with the company's price, its returns, right? It's obviously not on an absolute basis, but on a relative basis as well. We are looking at against the benchmark, the market, Sensex and the sector, and also against the industry as well. If you can see, we have something interesting point right here, referred to as quartiles. Here we're basically looking at, just to give an example, it's highlighted right here. If there are 100 companies, a company is going to be in the top 1% if it, we're basically going to look at the companies, check its returns, sort it based on highest to lowest, and accordingly, the top companies that represent the top 25% will be the top quartile, first quartile, and second quartile will be the 25 to 50%, and it goes down and down and down. So as you can see, the company compared to its closest peers is slightly underperforming, as it's been in the third and fourth quartile in the YTD and longer periods. In the industry, it is an inconsistent performer, and based on market cap as well, it is again an inconsistent performer. You can keep scrolling down and also see the news section, which is basically something that any news regarding the company, you will immediately find it, all of it here. It is so you essentially don't need to leave the platform. All of it is coming right here. The financials, now this is something that a lot of people at least the CAs and the CFAs that I know of, all of them love to get into this data. Basically, you get to see the raw data behind the company. So we are looking at the latest quarterly performance of June, right? And obviously, along with summarized figures of the quarter, with net sales growing at 24%, 27%, your operating profit before other income at 26%, interest has fallen down, consolidated net profit has increased, but the operating margin has slightly fallen by 0.17%. If you keep scrolling to the right, you will see all the points and its individual performance on a latest quarterly basis, on a YY basis as well. The next one is shareholding. Now this is something also very simple piece of information, yet very effective, right? It's a pie chart of who owns what slice of the company. And as you can see, Shuka Buildcon is majority owned by the promoters, followed by 18% by mutual funds, right? And non-institution holding similar 18% return, 18% of the company. And last but not the least, obviously I'm scrolling through the important points. Last but not the least, we are looking at the comparison section, where you can get to compare the company's valuation, quality, financial trend score against its peers. Quality can be compared against peers, valuation can be compared against peers, and returns can be as well, along with the shareholding, very critical. So now, It's basically a summarized version of how you can evaluate a company. You can basically just go to the platform and try it out for yourself. But there is one more interesting thing. If you are on the go and you need to read a report on the company, here is a verdict report. Just click on the download button, and that report downloads on a real-time basis. Right. So the report has been downloaded. It's right here, Ashoka Buildcon. So as you can see, the time is 7:15, and the time when the report was generated was at 7:16. As you can, if you keep scrolling to the next page, you can see that you'll see as to why the company is a strong buy company and why it is a strong buy company. So you'll have the rationale behind it as well. Followed by, if it's a good company from a returns perspective, it's now in this case it's a high risk, high return company with an absolute return and a risk adjusted capacity as well. And if you keep scrolling down, you'll see that the points that are working for the company, and these, keep in mind that all of this report is completely dynamically generated, meaning that this report that you see right in front of you is something that is very specific to Ashoka Buildcon, and it'll be completely different for some other company, right? So and this is a good segue to another point. So if you can see now, these are the points that are working for the company, right? And as you can see, one of the points right here is that it's part of the Mojo stocks, right? So the Mojo stocks, basically, what is Mojo stocks, right? So if you could click right here, go to the stocks section and click on the top Mojo stocks, right? Just a minute, Amir, if you could just mute it, my throat time is. Right. So the Mojo stocks represent the top 1% of the company in the entire market. And it's essentially, this list is a dynamically generated list and one of the most popular offering that a lot of investors were looking forward to, right? We gave you the dots, back then. You gave people the dots, and then, people start asking, कि भाई ये dots का मतलब क्या है? मतलब like, I great dots बता दिया, अभी now what to buy, right? In which case, basically, we have this list of all, we basically gave the top 1% of the companies, right? A lot of people often want to know what is the top 1%, and we gave you that strategy, right? And given that it's a very old strategy, we can see all of the, all the companies that have come in and out of the list, and you can see right here, it's removed from, so as the white strip indicates, it's white, it basically indicates that the company is no longer at the list, and if it has a black color right here, it is currently in the list. So there are some really top performers with the returns of almost 500%, and if you keep scrolling down, obviously most of them have left the list, and it's a very old list, as it's one of the first features that we came up with on the platform. And yeah, the returns have been positive, and but that doesn't mean that we are gods. We also sometimes get it wrong as well. But the best part about this is that we know when to cut our losses, and we cut it before it becomes significant, right? You can see only a few of them are the negative 20%, while if you on the other side go to the other extreme, the number is on the either 3-digit level. Right. So now basically that's your top 1% of the Mojo stocks. Right. Similarly, we have other 3 strategies as well. Hidden turnaround. Right. Now, at hidden turnaround, basically this strategy comprises of all the companies that are just about to turn around. Right. They have given a consecutive streak of negative quarterly performances, and have just given a positive performance. Right, so those are the kind of list of companies that enter the list. Currently, we have 42 companies in the strategy, and with a good, decent amount of profitability percentage as well. You can click on the full list and see a full history of what we have been doing so far, and along with the returns. Similarly, reliable performers are the companies that are showing best-in-class growth, currently 20 companies, and if you click on the full list, you can see the entire history of the companies that are currently in the list and what is the performance so far. Momentum now essentially catches all the companies that currently have some momentum going for itself. Click on full list again, you can see the entire list along with the entry days, entry dates, and the returns. I would like to again keep in mind that like to remind you guys that this is all a paid feature. You will not be able to get access to this, uh, unless you are a paid subscriber. So in case you are a paid subscriber, great. But we have an offer going on right now. It's you get 2 years access for the stock of the week and the Mojo stock for 19,999, and effectively locking in a price of 5,000 rupees per package for each of it. And I have to say that it is given the current prices that we have ongoing, this is very cheap. I understand it's 19,999, but over the span of 4 years, you're effectively getting two products right here for 5,000 rupees per year, effectively making 2,500 for the stock of the week and 2,500 for Mojo One. Right. So attend it, avail it now if you can. You have 2 years free again, for the webinar attendees on this entire package. So special offer. Take care. Take advantage. The link is in the description. Right. So now we have essentially spoken about how to research a company and then a list of companies, right? And a lot of people make this mistake where they get this. Okay, I've gotten a list of companies, and they often just tend to invest, put a decent amount of money in that list of companies, and they just leave it, right? Unfortunately, that's at least not the right way of doing it. The markets are often it's ever evolving, right? You will have companies that might be good today, but eventually after a few quarterly performance, things could change just like that, right? And a lot of people make a mistake of not updating themselves. That's one, and they make the second biggest mistake of not getting rid of their losers, right? And the model portfolio on our platform takes care of that. So if you click on this create portfolio, right? By the way, access this by going on the portfolio section, click on model portfolio, click on create portfolio, and it'll load. Hang on. It's not loading. Yeah. Yeah. So we ask two simple questions. One is the amount. Let's say we go with 5 lakhs, the amount of investment we want to start off with. Select a risk profile, in which case I'll just go with aggressive, and generate my model portfolio. Oh, it says, I think I've gone with 50,000 maybe. Yeah, fine. Hang on just a moment. I'll start again. 5 lakhs, aggressive, right? So basically at this moment, what it's trying to do is trying to figure out what are the list of companies you could invest in along with the allocation. So we don't stop at giving you simply a list of companies. Rather, we also tell you how much allocation needs to be in it, right? So we have 5 lakhs across 10 stocks, 10 sectors, 10, we have the highest allocation going towards capital goods, all of them having good quality financial trend, and the 100% of the companies having mildly bullish or better technical trends. As you can see, there is a list. Quantity is right here. Allocation is almost equal across all the 10 companies, and obviously the premium point right here is that you get the quantity as well. So it is not just random. You're assigned list. You get a deal sheet out of this. You can execute it with your broker or via call, online, really up to you, because we don't really get into the broking side of things. Click OK, and there is a portfolio right here. Now the best part about this is we don't leave you right here. We also keep monitoring this portfolio and ensuring that you don't lose, ensuring that you don't hold on to any losers for too long. So for example, if let's say just an example, let's say there's this company, DOMS Industries. It comes out with a bad quarterly performance. We'll basically be keeping track of that. You don't need to. And if the company's quality deteriorates, we'll tell you, okay, it's time to switch from this company to a better company, right? To sell 18 quantities of this company, move to a better company which has a better quality, better, which looks better. And we'll notify you via notification. I think it's right here. You have one option. Email will also be shot to you. Along, if you have an app, you'll have a push notification as well. So you know exactly when you need to execute your trade. So, and the best part about this is on an ongoing basis. So until you have your subscription on, so if you avail the offer of 4 years, you basically get to have a model portfolio that is being under constant supervision for 4 years. So you know exactly when to enter, when to exit into a company, and keep on going like that. So that's basically it with the model portfolio. And so to recap, we have learned how to research a company. We have spoken about the Mojo stocks, the 4 strategies that we have, and we finally ended with the model portfolio. Keep in mind, all of these services are a premium feature. So, special offer on all of them. You get 2 years free for the 19,999 package, effectively locking in a price of 5,000 rupees for the Mojo one and stock of the week per year if you avail this offer. The link is in the description. In case you don't get it, you can email me at kevin@marketsmojo.com. I will shoot the email. I will send you the offer personally as well in case you are having any trouble with it. With that, we'll take some questions if you have any, and we'll end the webinar. It's from Mr. So we have the first question: how to convert my personal portfolio into a model portfolio? Is there a feature in the Mojo website that can do this? It's a very good question. So a model portfolio is really for people who want to create a new portfolio, right? But oftentimes a lot of investors already have a portfolio to start off with. So the best thing to do would be, Padmaji, would be to basically go to the portfolio section that we have. There is one optimizer option that is written. If you could show my screen now, I'll show that. There we go. So just click on portfolio, and as you can see right here, it tells me what my portfolio score is. So it's currently at 55. You can just action this now. As you can see, replacing one stock could drastically improve my performance. So if you click on this, action now, it will basically optimize the portfolio and tell you what are the corrective measures that has to be taken. So there are 5 stocks that are good, looking strong. There are 2 stocks that needs to be switched, right? One is a bad company and the other one has a really bad score, and the other one is a tail stock. It will still hold, but tail stock effectively means you only have one quantity. So it is messing with your allocation. You click on continue here. Oh, I think I need to hit the disclaimer. Click on continue. You can invest across 4 stocks and one across small and micro cap. And you can click on continue and move forward. So that's how you can, basically, I wouldn't say this is a model portfolio per se, but effectively it brings your portfolio to the right track. Next question. Is it Mr. Sri Krishna? Is it 2 plus 2 for Mojo 1? Definitely, sir. It is 2 for 2 for Mojo 1 plus the stock of the week. We oftentimes get this communication that why is stock of the week not part of the Mojo 1? It is not. It is a completely different product. However, with this package that we are pushing across, you get Mojo 1 and the stock of the week both for 4 years. You get 2 years free, right? 2 plus 2. For 19,999. So you can take advantage of that. Yes, sir. It is exactly what you're saying it is. Plus you get stock of the week as well. What date does the Mr. Jamil? What date does the next stock of the month come out? It should be stock of the week comes out every 10th of each month. So tomorrow, if you are a paid subscriber, basically, expect the stock of the week and the rationals tomorrow. I think it should be coming in tomorrow. Yeah, so it is coming in tomorrow. And again, everyone, it is a paid feature. It's for people who really don't have time to kind of look into a list. It is that one company that you should invest in that month, and that is coming out tomorrow. Hi Pankaj. Hi Kevin. Good evening. Any updates on the Diwali portfolio? I'm assuming not Diwali. Uh, uh, sir, what we do is we often address the updates to the entire Diwali portfolio on the latest editions. So, sir, you'll have to wait till then to see if there has been any updates on that. We have a question from Mr. Bala Sundaram. On the financial trend, I see that the score is being published. Is this based on absolute profit or other parameters or relative based on? Sir, it is, it is a blend of both. So obviously we're not looking at it from an absolute perspective only. I think if Amir, if I could just show the screen, I'll just take you back to that section. So financial trend, what is working, what is not working, right? So as you can see, it is not just the absolute number, but also we are seeing by how much it grew. Exactly looking at, so these are some of the points, right? Now 26 points working with the company. PAT on a quarterly basis, this is the point we'll look at. Okay. PAT, we are not only looking at the latest one, right, but we're also looking at on a YY basis as well. So it is not, as I mentioned, it's not just, on an absolute level, it is on a relative basis as well. Next question. For 19999, we are getting 4 years of Mojo 1, which includes what are all? Is Mr. Natarajan. Sir, thank you for this question. So basically, Mojo 1 represents Mojo Professional, and the 4 strategies that we spoke of. Effectively, it is everything right now on the platform. All of it is accessible with Mojo 1 except for the stock of the week. Now with this 19999, you will be getting the Mojo 1 subscription plus the stock of the week as well for 4 years effectively. So it's 2 plus 2, right? So you get effectively for 4 years. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. But effectively, you get the Mojo 1 subscription plus, so you get the 4 strategies, Mojo Professional, and with the 19999, you also get the Mojo stock, the stock of the week as well. Mr. Ram, explain stock of the week and stock of the months. Stock of the month, sir, is basically that one stock that you need to buy, right? It's selected by our chief investment officer with a team of analysts. They evaluate. So what they do is like a summarized version of it, I would say, oversimplified version of it. They see a list of companies, the top-rated companies. Then they start evaluating and see which companies have the highest potential for growth, right? This is the only part where the subjective element comes in, and they accordingly publish the stock of the month along with the rationale as to why they think the company is going to be a stock of the month. The stock of the week, I personally am not really, I would not be the right person to explain this. So I will, if you could shoot me a mail, I will just redirect this question over to you. But to give you a simplification of this, it is basically that one stock that comes in every week along with the target price. So something that you will not find in the stock of the month, but it's something that goes along with it. You get the target price here as well. Next question. Mr. Suresh, thank you, sir. I know if this. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I have to get this combed and everything. Thank you for your compliment or a taunt. Recently, I subscribed for 1 year. Can I convert it to this offer by paying the balance payment? Sir, you can just shoot me an email at kevin@marketsmojo.com. I will just have it approved and I will get back to you on this. But I think we can work something out. So just send me an email at kevin@marketsmojo.com and I will get back to you. Mr. Natarajan, does the subscription include Mojo Fund Advisor portion as well? I think the Mojo Advisor portion is already available. It's not like a premium feature. I think you can access it now as well. So it is not. It's just open anyway. So it's not part of the subscription. Can you saw how the stock of the week done? Sir, I wouldn't really be able to answer the stock of the week question, sir. I think that's something that Mohit sir or Amit sir will be able to will be able to address on that. So the last question we have from Mr. Ram. I have a portfolio value of approx 37 lakhs accumulated since the last 6 years by investing, but it's not growing as per my expectation. Maybe allocation or picks are messed up. What products suitable to increase my worth over the long term? So, sir, first off, to start off with, you already have a portfolio. Optimize. You take that portfolio. Obviously, it will be a bad idea to sell it completely, right? So go and we never know. You might not know. If you might have some good stocks already with you and some bad stocks, so go ahead and optimize your portfolio, set it on the right track, and see if it works or not for you. But obviously, if you want a new portfolio and you want to completely start from scratch, the model portfolio is right for you. Yeah. So thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, investors. Lovely to have so many questions on the way. Always makes me happy because it essentially indicates that you guys are actually listening, right? So I'm Kevin from Kevin for the product team. Kevin Vincent from the product team. Forgot my name. I hope you got value from the entire webinar, and I love the questions. Always keep coming in. If you can directly send me these questions at kevin@marketsmojo.com. I'll all the best in the markets. I know it's been volatile, a bit volatile. So it's just stay alert in the markets, and obviously you can avail a lot of these services and stay guided in these volatile markets. So until next time, all the best to everyone in the markets, and good luck.